Hello guys and welcome to my new YouTube video. I didn't really vlog the past week and it's mainly because I've spent a lot of time with my family, my friends, my boyfriend, and I've just been working behind my laptop and following up on the renovations. So yeah, although I really love bringing you guys along on my trips and just in my daily life, I'm also quite a private person, meaning that I really value my time with the people around me. And I feel like if I constantly put a camera in their face, yeah, there's just like no balance anymore between work and actual quality time or like your private and social life. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to find a balance in that, because that being said, I do want to be more active here on YouTube. So what I was thinking is on days where, or like on weeks where I don't really have the time to make a proper vlog, I want to do like a series where I basically just record like a get ready with me style video, and then meanwhile I'm just yapping and chit-chatting with you guys. And this can be about specific topics, so I am gonna do like question boxes on my Instagram stories, asking you guys if there are like specific topics you'd like me to talk about. That can be like business, friends, love, whatever. Or I can just update you guys about what's going on in my life and how I've been feeling the past week. But yeah, so that's basically what we're doing today. So I'm just gonna do my makeup and we're gonna chit chat a little bit. Anyways, my skin has not been skinning lately, and I feel like my skin is literally going like this. Right now, like today is actually the first day that it's getting a little bit better, but the past 2 or 3 days it was so bad. I had so many eczema patches around my eyes and my mouth was so extremely dry, or like the corners around my mouth. And meanwhile, I also have like all these breakouts over here and over here, so not great, but yeah. These pimple patches, by the way, are so freaking cute. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is like a panda, and this is just like flowers. But let's remove these. I already did my skincare, but we're just gonna hydrate a little bit. By the way, I will link all the products that I'm using in this video in the caption. But yeah, today I basically wanna talk a little bit about my previous vlog, or like, I'm not gonna repeat myself too much, but obviously if you guys have seen my previous vlog, I was a little bit scared to upload my vlog. Or like, I wasn't scared, but obviously I kind of opened up about like how I've been feeling lately, and I've also talked a bit about like where it's coming from, and yeah, basically my past traumas and my struggles, honestly. But I do have to say, I am honestly so freaking grateful for you guys, because I know this community over here is still quite small, but the amount of love and support I receive from you guys is honestly mind-blowing to me, because I've received so many sweet messages from you guys in my DMs. Some of you guys were just saying that you are proud of me for sharing this story and that it's actually really helpful to know that like not everything you see on social media is the way it is, because many of you told me that you think I have this perfect life and like I'm always very happy and bubbly and I don't really have like any struggles. And then also there were actually so many of you who told me that you've experienced something similar or that you are experiencing it right now. And I don't know, I just really appreciated that you guys actually take the time to send me these messages. Yeah, many of you are also like so freaking wise and just like basically telling me that like the life I've built in Amsterdam, that I can literally like build that anywhere, also in Antwerp. And it's just a matter of focusing on yourself and not really listening to the outside noise. And that's honestly so, so true. And I fully agree. Some of you also had some questions, and the main question was like, why did you decide to move back to Antwerp? Especially because you were so happy in Amsterdam and you're struggling a lot with like going back. Something is itching here. Yeah, my mind is always all over the place and I literally forget what I was talking about. But basically, the question was, why did you decide to move back? And the thing is, like, I've never seen Amsterdam as my end destination. I just went there for my studies and just to escape my life in Antwerp a little bit. And then I basically just like built this new life for myself in Amsterdam. And yeah, and my career took off in Amsterdam. And then I've just like lived there with my boyfriend and we just really enjoyed it there. And although I really love my life in Amsterdam, I don't really see myself like settling down there forever. And I think mainly because I am really a family person and I just like, I prefer to be closer to my family, especially when you really start with the next chapter. And I'm talking about marriage and marriage. Is that the right? Is that the right pronunciation? Why does it sound so weird? Anyway, marriage and kids. Like I don't want that right now, but it is something that you start thinking about, especially when you've been dating for like 9.5 years. And we also really wanted to buy something together. I don't know. I don't think, to be honest, that we would have been able to find a nicer place in Amsterdam than the apartment I was living in, because it's so freaking expensive in Amsterdam, to be honest. And we were lacking space as well a little bit. So I don't know. At one point, we were just like, okay, let's just start looking for apartments in Antwerp. And yeah, I don't know, we just found something pretty quick. I think it was last year in October or November. And then we signed the papers in January and we started renovating in February. And I do have to say, like, in the time that we were renovating and we were planning to move back to Antwerp, I have been scared and I have talked about this with my friends so many times. Like I always expressed that, I don't know, I was quite scared to leave my life behind in Amsterdam and to move back to Antwerp and like go back into that bubble again. But I don't know, it's just weird. I think I only like it really, really hit me basically the day when we moved out of our apartment in Amsterdam. So the day we moved out, like the apartment was full, like totally empty. We left it behind. We drove to Antwerp, and I really remember like during that drive, I suddenly just started to have like this very heavy feeling. Yeah, so basically we came back at my parents' home in the evening and they were talking about like how the day was and whatever, and I couldn't really speak. And then at one point I just literally started crying and I couldn't stop crying. And I don't know, I think the reason why it really hit me then is because it was really, really weird to leave behind an empty apartment in Amsterdam. And I think because I realized that I actually didn't have an escape anymore. And I think it's the first time where I really realized that all those years ago, like 10 years ago, when I did move to Amsterdam, like I actually was escaping and I was running away from my problems. And I've actually never really faced my problems. And now, because I'm like physically back here in Antwerp and I can't go back to Amsterdam, I feel like with I have like I basically I'm just like I'm constantly spiraling. Like I have too much time to think about things that don't even matter that much. But like with every minor thing that happens, I relate it to that time when I still lived in Antwerp. Um, I don't know, to just give you like a picture of like why I was so unhappy there. It's just I already talked about this with you guys in my previous vlog. It was basically everything. Like it was cool, like teachers were so strict. I didn't dare to use my voice to ask questions. Like I really thought I had to prove myself, but I was really struggling with that. And then also just like friendships, some friends really fucked me over. I don't want to talk about that in detail because it doesn't matter anymore. But my life was literally just about gossip and drama all the time. I don't know, it's just like it's so weird, but at one point there were the craziest rumors going around, and like when I think about it right now, it's just like it's so extreme and it's actually kind of funny because it's so absurd. But for example, there was like this one rumor going around where basically people were saying that I had sex with a guy, like this random guy. And this happened in a room with 10 other guys. I don't know, it's just like it's so absurd. And I mean, I know that's like far from the truth because like if you know me at all, you know that's literally like an impossible scenario. But I don't know, like it's just like this is just like one example, but there were like so many things going on. Like this person said that about you and that person said this about you, and oh, this rumor is going around. And I just felt like there were all these stories going around about me, and like I didn't trust many people. And then like I really value like very deep connections and like true friendships. But then, like I said, I didn't trust like a lot of people. So I've had like a couple of best friends back then that I like fully trust. And then basically they fucked me over, and this happened like in a few years. So obviously like it really hurt me, and I also felt quite lonely at a point. So I don't know, it was just like everything going on. And then I was also struggling so much with my eczema, and it was just everything basically. So that's the reason why I left. But I feel like right now when things happen, I relate it back to that moment, like, or like that time in my life. And I do have to say, like, in the time that I've been here, the past few weeks, like there has been some outside noise. And like, for example, I recently, like a friend recently told me like, yeah, there was this conversation between a group of girls that I hang with as well, or like used to hang with. And there was this conversation about me that they think I'm doing like so good with my social media and whatever. But then they were also like really criticizing, and they were like, oh, yeah, but like all those bikini photos, is that even necessary? And it's like, yeah, basically just like talking crap about me. And I don't know, like, it doesn't even really matter that much, but like all these small things that you constantly hear, at one point it just gets to you and it's just too much. But like the weird thing is that obviously when I was living in Amsterdam, I mean, I didn't have that much outside noise, to be honest, because I just wasn't physically here. But like the noise still was there. Like I did sometimes hear like these kinds of things, or like people think this about you or whatever, but somehow it didn't affect me that much there. And I think it's just because I wasn't physically here and I was just like so focused on my life there. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like now coming back here, it's just like all really hitting, and it's just been a lot of emotions in a short time. It's also just like leaving Amsterdam behind, but also like moving to a new apartment that we're still renovating, which is not ready. So I'm living with my parents right now, which is all very cozy, but it's also, I don't know, you're not really focusing on the next chapter. And I feel like my work is also like a little bit stuck right now, especially like my social media, because I don't really have a home to record things and whatever. And then I'm also just like really struggling with like blocking all the outside noise. And it's just like, I do agree with you guys saying that, I mean, it's basically a choice, right? Like you can have outside noise anywhere in the world and even in Amsterdam, but like you have to choose to ignore that outside noise and to just surround yourself with people that fully support you. And I believe like you guys are saying that it is also possible here in Antwerp, but I'm still struggling, and I just need to find a way to, I don't know, become my confident self again. And yeah, I do really want to try my best, and also for the people around me, because I do have to say, like, I mean, right now I'm talking about this very casually and normally, and even in my previous vlog, but I mean, like I said, I have had so many breakdowns. Like the first week I moved back here, I literally cried 3 to 4 times a day, and I couldn't stop crying. Because like every time someone asked a question, or like, for example, I met with a friend in a cafe to get a coffee, and then I bumped into like two old friends, and they basically just like asked one question, like, how is everything going with moving and stuff? And I just started crying like so much. I couldn't stop, and it's literally so freaking embarrassing. But I don't know, like my emotions are literally all over the place. So I do have to say it's getting a little bit better right now. But I think it's just like it's been a lot. Also just like being here, like I said, like everyone knows each other. So like everywhere I go in the city, I just bump into someone I know. And like that doesn't really have, like it doesn't need to be a problem, and you can literally just like say hi and move on and don't think about that or whatever. But I don't know, like my therapist said I am like a very highly sensitive person. I actually also had to read this book yeah, for highly sensitive people, but I think about every single situation or like every conversation. So I overthink everything. So for me, everything is just like I can't just like move it aside. And I think now because I'm like in a surrounding where a lot is happening and I feel like I know so many people, I know too many people here. It just like I get very overwhelmed, and I think just everything together is just like it's been a lot. But yeah, like I said, I do really want to try my best to make it work here. Also for myself, I also want to do it for the people around me and especially my boyfriend because he, I don't know, I just want to say like in situations like this, when it gets a little bit hard and you are struggling, you realize like who really has your back and who really is your support system, because obviously it hasn't been easy for my boyfriend as well, because I mean, like he doesn't tell me this, but like obviously he sees that I'm struggling, you know, because he sees that I'm constantly crying, I'm like not really happy, and yeah, I'm just like struggling with all the outside noise. I have this anxiety, I have this stress, and he notices this and he knows this, and we talk about this as well. But like then again, like we did buy a home here and we're renovating, and it also takes a lot of time and effort, and he puts so much time and effort in it. And like he always says to me like, let me arrange this, you don't have to think about anything. And that's honestly like it's so nice. And basically like because I've had like so many breakdowns, like it came to a point where he literally said like, okay, if you're really this unhappy, we will sell our apartment right now. I don't even care if it's like ready or not. We will sell it and we will move back to Amsterdam if that makes you more happy. And he was even like looking at apartments there already. And I'm like laughing about it right now, but it actually makes me quite emotional because obviously, I don't know, it is nice to know that you have like such a strong support system, and he literally just wants the best for me and wants me to be happy. But then again, I don't want to be selfish, you know? And I don't know, it actually makes me a little bit emotional, but like he wants me to be happy, but I also want him to be happy. And I know he's saying that like he's just happy when I'm happy, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, like in the end we did decide to move back here, and we are like building our dream apartment, and I know he gets really excited about it. And I mean, in the end I also get excited about that, don't get me wrong. But yeah, he also has like all his close friends here, and like he's honestly also meeting with them all the time and doing fun stuff. And I love that for him, because like in Amsterdam, his social life was a little bit like less. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I just want to make it work, honestly. And yeah, so basically, I'm just gonna try my best to make it work here in Antwerp. And yeah, oh my god, I've literally been talking so much already. Like, guys, I literally can't shut up. But I do want to say, like, it feels so nice to talk about these things with you guys. And that's why I also want to say, like, my DMs are open. And if you guys are struggling with things, it can be about this topic, but it can also be something totally different. Feel free to always just like reach out to me, send me a DM. And I honestly love chatting with you guys. I do have to say, like, I also get overwhelmed very quick. So usually it takes me like a few days to respond, but it's basically because I have the same with WhatsApp and with my friends. So it's like there's no difference there, but it's basically just because I get overwhelmed very easily. And then I basically just like have to find a day and a time to like relax and just like go through all my DMs and my WhatsApp messages and then reply to everything. But yeah, I just want to say like I find a lot of joy and peace out of talking about these things with you guys. And the thing is also just like sometimes it's really nice to talk about these things with strangers in a sense, or just like people that aren't like that close to you, because I actually had the same with my therapist. It's like really nice to talk about these things with people that are like not in your close circle, because like I said, I do have a very close or like a good support system around me, but then again they are also like very emotionally involved and they just know me really well. And I don't know, sometimes it's just nice to talk about these things with other people. And also, if you've experienced similar things and situations, it's just nice to connect on that level, you know? And I think we can really just like lift each other up and help each other in a sense. And the thing is also like, for example, on my previous vlog, there was like this one girl, I believe her name was Sarah, and she basically commented under my vlog that she was basically in the same school as I was in high school. So basically during the time where I was like quite unhappy with myself. But she basically said like, we were in the same school and I've always like thought you were like a lovely girl. I thought you were so beautiful and you were also just like very kind to everyone. And yeah, you basically just had like a very nice aura around you. And I don't know, it actually makes me a little bit emotional even, because I don't know, it just like it really means a lot to me, because like I said, like in high school I really wasn't myself and I was like very unhappy, but I also don't remember a lot from my time in high school. And I think it's because I was so caught up in my own struggles and in my head. And yeah, I was just like really struggling and surviving in a sense. So I feel like I wasn't really present in that time, especially when I look back at it now. So I don't know, it's just like it is really nice to read that someone actually looked at me in like a very positive way. And it's just like it touches me because I couldn't look at myself in that way back then. I was really hard for myself and yeah, I basically didn't like myself back then. So yeah, I don't know. It's just nice reading these kinds of messages. But anyways, what I just want to say is that I don't know, it's just nice chatting about these things with people that are not in your close circle. So just know that, sorry, my DMs are open and I don't know, I've literally talked for like 40 minutes right now, which is insane. I'm gonna try to cut it a little bit, but yeah, if you guys have any topics you want to talk about next week or like the week after, whenever I do this kind of video again, please let me know. I was thinking maybe it could be fun to talk a little bit more about business and about the work I'm doing, like as an influencer, like how I became an influencer and what I'm exactly doing. But also like I started two brands, like I launched a brand last year and I launched another brand this year. And maybe it's nice to talk about the positives, the negatives, the struggles, and just everything that comes with it. But yeah, let me know if you guys are even interested in this. I literally have like 1 minute left, and I think my card is full then. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching again. And yeah, I just really appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.